just does what I tell it to do. This hand is like you. It's a little rebellious. It does it in spite of me.
I think she just said I was rebellious. I don't think that would ever be how you would describe me, as rebellious.
Contrarian is a good word for you.
Well, that's different than rebellious.
All right.
Paul says I'm a contrarian.
Well, you are.
Hi, everybody.
Good morning.
Welcome to the Nut House Podcast. This is podcast number 40, Mom says.
40.
And it is sweater weather.
It is sweater weather. I've got a window open at my house. Alexander even slept with me last night.
Well, the heat came on at my house. Paul said, "Is that the heat? Do I smell the heat coming on?" Of course, he was excited about it.
Of course he was. Me, I've got the window open
He's
and as
always
cold
cold.
as I can get it.
I wanted to open a window last night, and he said, "If you would just sit still, you will cool off and you will be fine." That was about 12:30.
Was it?
Because I was up doing mass for Lucas. So I dyed yarn till, I don't know, 10:30.
Yeah.
And then I'm getting a box to put together for Lucas, and I want to get it in the mail today. So I was like, well, I have to get these done. And then when I read that the longer you let them sit, the better the color is.
Yeah.
I was like, oh shit. I'm out of time because I got to wash them, I got to dry them, I got to get them in the mail by 2. So anyway, so hopefully he likes them. They're just little, I did some, it's funny, I did the ice dye and then I did just a regular way to see if they were any different.
Are they any different?
I can't tell, really.
Do you know which ones were
No,
ice?
I don't know which ones were ice dyed and which ones weren't. I told Mom that I think he's probably just gonna like the plain orange ones. So anyway, if you're a Clemson fan, I'll make you a mask. I was thinking about this. I'm not in the mask business. I'm not in the ice dyeing mask business.
You're going to leave that to Christina.
I'm gonna leave that to Christina. And as I was rinsing them, I could have asked her for some tips, but I didn't want to. But as I was rinsing them, I was gonna say, damn.
A little bit of a contrarian.
Do they take this much to rinse? I thought mohair was bad. Anyway, if you're a Clemson fan and you want a Clemson mask, I will make you some. So, anyway. So I was up late doing that.
Okay. What are you wearing?
So I finally finished Ladyfingers.
Very nice.
Mom blocked it for me. She said that I am a very loose knitter. She was worried about it. She was worried this yoke was going to be too big.
I was.
But she said my color work was beautiful.
Color work was gorgeous.
Because it was loose as hell.
It was. Well, sometimes knitting loose does not make loose floats. We've talked about that before.
I had to pay attention and try to make sure.
But your floats were fine.
So
I didn't have any trouble.
I'll stand up so you guys can see.
And sometimes when you're doing a 3x3, a 1x1, a 2x2, where it's consistent, you tend to get tighter. But you did not. It looks good.
Well, I might have caught myself sometimes getting tighter. So this is, like I said, this is Ladyfingers. I think there's a long sleeve version too. I certainly was not going to do the long sleeve. I had to get this finished. When I was leaving the house this morning, and I have on a tank top underneath it, you know?
Yeah.
And Paul said, "Is that the look you're going for on the podcast?" And I said, "No, I have a sweater to wear." I said, "I finished my sweater." And he goes, "Oh, it's a big day."
Well,
I said, "What's wrong with you making it big?" He goes, "This is like remarkable." He's like, "You've been working on that since May." And I said, "How do you know?"
But he's right.
Yeah, I know, it was May. So anyway, so Ladyfingers is finished, and I have all of these yarns dyed up if anybody wants to make them.
Yes.
Or make one like it, or make a long sleeve version.
I don't really have kits up for it. You might want to tell the name of the colors.
Well, you can get kits up for it.
I could.
There might be kits up for it.
So it is Spruce It Up, Deco, Essential Blue, Mont Blanc, and Starlight.
Yep. 5 colors? Is
Yeah.
that 5?
1, 2,
3, 4, 5. Yeah, 5 colors, 5 skeins. And I did the size 5. I could have maybe done it a little bit smaller, but maybe it's because I knit loose that it is the way it is. It fits me like it does.
Yeah, it is.
But I still had a little bit of yarn left over.
That's good.
So
Well, we had decided that was going to be enough.
yeah, so I think the one that I had the least amount left in was the Spruce It Up, the dark green, because I had it here at the top and then I did it at the bottom and I did it here at the arms. But yeah, but see, like I had this much left of, what is this one again? Starlight. So anyway, so that's dyed up if you guys want to do that.
Okay, so this is Caitlin Hunter's new sweater that she just released yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
It is High Lonesome. She did one for her husband too.
Yeah, I saw that, yeah.
So it could be unisex that way.
Was the sizing different? I mean, did she have male sizes in the pattern?
Well, she had big sizes.
Yeah.
And this one I think was supposed to have more ease in it than what I've got in it.
And she used Spin Cycle,
Yes,
Dream State.
Dream State. I did not.
And she used, what was the other base that she used for it? Was it Farmer's Daughter?
No.
No? I can't remember what
Yes,
it was. Was it Farmer's Daughter?
It was. So it was what she used was a sport weight, and then Dream State, which is supposed to be a worsted. I just used DK all the way through.
I thought Dream State was supposed to be a DK, but
I
know they go in between.
They call it a worsted.
Yeah. Right.
But she said, you could even use Spin Cycle with it. I mean,
Dyed in the wool.
dyed in the wool, yeah.
But you just went with my DK.
I did. I just went with your DK, which this is Better with Age and Bohemian.
So yeah, I think we showed this before when you were working on it, maybe.
Probably.
Yeah. So this is Better with Age. We've got plenty of this dyed up, and it just takes 1 skein of the Bohemian, right?
That's correct.
And what size did you make, Mom?
I made a 43, but I did some major mods to it. I did a 43 because most of the time my yokes, I'm big busted, but I've got little shoulders. So if I make what fits my bust, then the yoke
It's too big.
is too big. So I thought, well, I'll try something different. I did a smaller yoke.
Mm-hmm.
I added about 2 inches.
And your hair's orange.
Thank you. I
I'm
like
just
yours.
noticing it in the camera. I'm like, wait a minute. What's different?
So
We both got our hair done yesterday.
and you wonder why we don't go live. This is why we don't go live.
We're going to go live next time.
I put about 2 inches, one on each side underneath the arms extra,
Mm-hmm.
and I went up a needle size for the body. But I think it did really well.
Okay, say that again, because I wasn't paying attention. You went up a needle size for the body.
So I did this.
Where did you decide the body started?
Where I split for the sleeves.
Okay.
I did this on a smaller needle,
Mm-hmm.
which was the needle, I don't,
Just one size smaller?
Yeah.
Okay.
and then I added stitches under the arm,
Mm-hmm.
about 1 inch on each side,
So 4 or 5 stitches.
and then when I split for the sleeves, I went with 1 size bigger needle. And I hadn't tried it on before today.
I made her try it on.
And I think it fits.
Yeah, it fits
the,
good.
The yoke fits me much better
Mm-hmm.
than what they normally do. Because normally the neck is bigger, it falls off my shoulders. There's one, and she's done it on a couple of sweaters. She did it on the Guthrie too. But the sleeves, the cuff, the neckline, and the hem are all a 2-stitch cable.
Do you like 2-stitch cables?
I do. I do. I mean, I think it adds a nice,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you can see that or not,
You can. I think they can see it.
but it's a really nice touch to it. The other
Makes it
thing,
a little dressy.
the other thing I did different is she went down in her sleeve,
Right.
decreased.
You never do that.
Well, I want you to wonder whether this is arm or if it's just sweater.
Okay.
Well, if you decrease it, you know it's arm.
Yeah.
I like the look of a little, as long as the cuff comes in tight. I like that look.
So
It took,
don't we have some customers that are doing it?
Yes.
It took how much? I'm sorry, you were gonna say.
It took 5 skeins. Now, I did mine much longer, like I always do. But it took 5 skeins of the main color and 1, and I still had a good bit left over
Of the Bohemian?
of the Bohemian.
So only one Bohemian then pretty much, regardless of the size you're
Yeah.
gonna make.
I would think so.
Okay. And then we have some kits. We put together some kits.
And what I put up for kits goes through a size 43 and a half. If you need it bigger than that, then you're going to need to buy an extra skein of the main color. You don't need an extra skein of up to her largest size. You just would only need 1 skein of DK if you're doing it in DK.
You mean 1 skein of the variegated?
Of the
DK.
variegated,
Yeah.
yes. And then our kits are 5 skeins of the main color.
And that takes you up to a 43 and a half.
Right. But I did the 43 and a half, added stitches and made it longer, and I still had enough with the 5 skeins.
With the 5 skeins.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What if you need a lot smaller?
Then you need 4 skeins.
Do you have kits up for 4?
I do not.
So they have to call you if they
Or-
want one smaller?
Or they just pick the colors that I've got and just order the skeins.
Well, you know how people are. They want it just...
You can call me.
Okay.
You can call me.
They want to click and
You can
click
call.
and buy.
You can call me anytime. So let's show the
yeah,
skeins
let's
for that.
Show the skeins.
All right. Why don't you hold them up?
Okay. So this is Mont Blanc and Starlight, which both of those colors, you can see how they knit up because...
And I think that would be really pretty in this.
Yeah. Well, it's a little bit more subtle than yours. If you can see this stripe here, guys, right next to the navy is Starlight.
But it would
Of course,
look,
every skein that I do of Starlight's a little bit different. Some are brighter than others, but it would
Well-
be really pretty.
it would.
Because that's just going to pop. Instead of having another color against the Starlight, the gray, you're going to have navy on it.
And it'll
it's gonna
look
pop.
very similar to this.
Okay, so this is one kit, Mont Blanc and Starlight.
And then
Here, let me do it. And then we have Pink Lady and Fine China. And this is the one Pink is doing, right?
it is.
Yeah. So I kind of revamped Fine China from the way it used to be.
Well, you just made it a little.
Made it a little bit brighter. So it's got a little bit of green, purple, black, and then Pink Lady's a pretty pink. So that green is going to look pretty there with it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that's another one. Then we've got your kit.
Yes. And on my kit, I couldn't get the picture to come, the purple.
You said it looked black.
It looked black. So I fought with it, and I thought, I've got a picture of my sweater, and it looks purple in it. So that picture that is up for my kit is this sweater.
And you just cropped it off. Okay, and then you used also with Fine China, you did spruce it up.
I did.
Yeah, that's pretty too. That's a tough one. I kind of like that.
And then I did one more kit that is a little more subtle.
Oh, you did, I think I dropped it. You did Dove and Ribbons and Bows. So the Ribbons and Bows, the pink would be the color.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so it's a little bit more neutral. Ugh.
I really enjoyed working on this one. This was the first one. This is what I worked on after my surgery. And thank you for all of the comments and the reaching out to see how I'm feeling, and I'm doing really well. Thank you. But this is the first thing that I really worked on after my surgery, and I really enjoyed working on it.
It's pretty.
It looks like,
Yeah, I'm surprised that the Bohemian looks as, it's just got the bright pops of color in it like that, and it just looks nice with the really dark purple.
Right, you need, because this is what I call a one stitch color work, that if you're not careful, you'll lose. If there's not a bright contrast, you'll lose. Now on this one, it's going to just be subtle.
Yeah, it's just going to be solid. Okay, so again, those are kits. We have them up on the website, or you can call Mom. Okay, I'm going to put these down here.
Okay.
Oh, so before we go further, because I know not everybody watches the whole podcast, but we do have a giveaway. And here, I'll do it. We have a giveaway because we got to 5,000 subscribers. So thank you all for subscribing.
That's exciting.
Yeah, we the last podcast I must have mentioned needing to be at 5,000 subscribers so
that we were going to give a giveaway.
Do a giveaway. So yeah, thank you very much. So Mom, you have to tell us how the giveaway works.
Just leave us a comment, maybe what you're working on, that you're okay during the pandemic. Just give us something positive.
Most of our comments these days have been positive.
I know, but I'm just saying.
In light of the situations that we are in 2020?
Yeah. Today is the 18th.
Why don't we say October 15th?
October 1st. That's 2 weeks.
Okay, October 1st. So we're going to give away a skein of Chelsea Luxe. This is rose gold, and this is her single base. This is her singles. So it's 400 yards. Oops. You guys all know about rose gold. But again, this is the single base. It's a fingering. And then a skein of Bohemian of mine, mohair. Mom put these together. So I should twist them up and make a duet.
You could.
Out of them. Anyway, so these two skeins, and we are going to do one of Button Jar's ditty bags. And I picked this one. It's one of my favorite ones because it's pink and green. Nice and happy colors. And then I think we have a ruler. One of our new shop rulers, the Knot House ruler. And thank you all for last weekend. All of the orders that came in for LYS Day, and I wasn't here, but Mom was putting all the orders together.
And all the people that came in last weekend, scheduled appointments.
Yeah.
That's something else we need to talk about a little bit. We're changing. We're going to be open Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Appointment only. But you can do that on the website.
Yeah, that's all set up on the website now to do. So I just want to mention real quick too, since we're doing the Chelsea Yarns as a giveaway. Chelsea Yarns is going to be here. Christina is going to be here October, what is that weekend, Mom? 16th, 17th, 17th, 18th. We are working out the details. It will be a paid event. You will have to get a ticket for it because we have to limit the number of people that can come in. And we don't have all of that quite figured out yet, so you can't go ahead and get tickets at this time. But hopefully by next weekend, we will have all that figured out.
And maybe we'll do a live, just a short live, and
talk about that before the tickets go live. Yeah. So we're excited about that. It's going to be kind of a smaller venue, of course, because we have to social distance and we can only have so many people here in the shop.
I think we're only going to do 4.
Right.
And that's what we have upped our
people in the shop. Because sometimes there's 2 people in, sometimes there's not. Sometimes it's me and Mom, sometimes it's Mom by herself, sometimes it's Mom and Carissa. So we just count on there being 2 shop people and then the 4 customers.
Because our county has upped it to 75%.
Right.
But we just
Well,
want
Maryland's doing pretty good.
But we just want to be careful.
Yeah. So more to come on that. I will put it in. I know somebody said not everybody is on Instagram. It will be on Facebook, and it will also be in my newsletter. I don't do a newsletter all the time, but for big things like this, I do a newsletter. And if you want to sign up for that on the website, you can do that, and then you'll be sure to know about it. So you'll hear a lot about it on Instagram as we get all the details worked out, which we're going to do this week.
Right.
So that's that. That's the giveaway. We talked about the kits.
Well, while we're talking about that weekend.
Oh, the Chelsea Yarns weekend?
Yeah.
Christina weekend?
You want to hold this up for me? This happens to be...
Well, you got your needle in here. I don't know.
Well, I didn't mean to have it in there, I don't think.
Okay. So Mom is working on...
I don't have a name for it yet.
A new thing.
But it is mohair and MCN. Chelsea Lux, and it's her new leopard color, and I really like it.
You know, it's got a little bit of pink in it.
It does have a little bit of pink in it.
There's just a teeny bit of pink in it. I mean, you have to look for the pink in it, but I noticed it when we had it in the sunlight a little bit ago.
Yeah,
it's really pretty.
It is.
So more to come on that. So this will be a free pattern, Mom?
It's going to be a free pattern with purchase.
With purchase, and that'll be a 2 skein thing. And again, this is the leopard colorway. The mohair is also the leopard colorway, right?
It is, yeah.
And it's just going to be a cowl.
It's just going to be a cowl.
It's light.
But it's going to be easy, fun.
No brioche.
No brioche. The hardest thing about it is increase. And that's it.
And working with the mohair.
Yeah, but...
Okay. Also want to thank you guys for purchasing the Whimsy North kits.
Yes.
What's the name of that pattern, Mom?
It's lavender without the R on the end. However you would pronounce that. Lavanda?
Does lavender... Lavon?
Lavon? With a D-E on the end. I don't know how you pronounce it. It's lavender without the R. By Whimsy North.
I never thought about it that way. And now I'm not going to be able to look at the name without thinking about lavender.
You do what you can do to remember.
Is that what we do?
That's what I do.
So anyway, a bunch of you guys, so I don't know if we've podcasted since we've gotten the Western Sky in.
We have not. We talked about getting it in.
Right, so we got Western Sky in, and this is her slub. This is Kim's slub, Western Sky from Montana. Always been a fan of Kim's yarn. And like this colorway is wine, and we put My Ruby with it because the pattern is the slub holding the mohair together.
Yeah.
That's a new thing. And I don't know how many it takes for what. Mom's the one that does that. It looks like it's what, 3 and 3?
3 and 3.
3 and 3, and it's a long sleeve sweater, right? Or three-quarter sleeves.
length.
Yeah. So like this is one. This would be really pretty. We've sold a ton. You guys bought probably most of the good ones already.
Well, there's still some good ones left.
Are there still some good ones left? This is Oats, which is a really pretty neutral, and then we put just
One of the things
Fresh Start.
that's a little different about this yarn is when you put mohair with it, normally when you put mohair with something, it takes over the color. But the way this yarn is kind of crinkly,
Yeah, it's got a crimp in it.
it's got a crimp in it, that the mohair falls in that crimp, and you don't
And then it makes the other.
you don't lose the color.
Okay. I haven't knit anything in this.
Well, I've got something I'm going to show you. Should I show it?
So
Not
Yeah,
yet.
you can show it, but just in a minute. Okay, so what other one do we have? So we also have this is Kiss Kiss, which is a pretty pink, pretty pink, with pink lady mohair. And
we also have this one, Mother Load. And there's one more. Well, it's over there. Never mind. No, it's not. It's right here.
so this one is Mother Load. This is grays, and we put Casual Friday, which is kind of a
Taupey
brown with it. That one I think would be really pretty too. You got to go look at Whimsy North and the pattern, the lavender without the R.
Now this kit is not up, but I think that one would be so pretty. And it's not my colors.
Do we have enough Birmingham?
Mm-hmm.
Can you guys see this one? This is Gold Rush. Do we have enough Gold Rush left?
Mhm.
Well, why don't we have a kit up? Because you just didn't do it.
It
Because we had a bunch of kits, really.
right, we did.
Yeah. So, okay, guys, if you guys are interested in this one, this Gold Rush.
And I put it with Birmingham. You also could put it with Deco.
In Birmingham is my mohair for that one. And then is there another one, Mom? Or no? Is
No.
that all? Did we do this one with the green?
No.
No? So we have a couple other ones, and we could put kits with them for sure. Like this one is a fun one. Lilac Love. And even if you wanted the texture, you could put, you could put Fresh Start with it. And-
Surprise Lily would look good with that too.
If you had any. If you had any Surprise Lily. I'm
Right.
buying Surprise Lily today. So, and then we have this pretty
But I have reordered.
Montana turquoise.
I have reordered the slub from
Yeah,
Western
because it
Sky.
flew out of here. Thanks to everybody and all their support. Do you need my help?
Yeah. Wait a minute.
You just dropped stitches.
Yeah.
All right, so what can you say about this one, Mom?
Well, this is a test. It was
So soft.
the test is not done Holden mohair. The pattern was not written for the mohair with the slub. It's written just for the slub. And I decided I wanted to do mohair with it. You know, maybe she gets being a contrarian, honestly.
I just love these colors.
And it's faded, and probably what you can't see is that in the bottom,
It's getting a little bit darker.
they're all three, so there's 4 colors. So the 3 last colors are all in the bottom already.
It feels so good.
So it is Washing Stones.
Do we have more of that, Mom?
No, but I've ordered more.
Okay.
Washing Stones is the lighter one.
This one? No, there's one more light one.
Drift is the first one.
So not oats. There's another one that's called Drift
There's another one called Drift.
that we don't have any more of.
No.
Okay. So these are her colors that she's using.
So it's Washing Stone, it's Patina, and this is Forget Me Not.
Okay. So what mohair are you using with it?
So I used Deco at the top. I am using,
Oh, you got a whole smorgasbord in there.
Blue Eyes of Steel with Washing Stones.
Okay.
I am using
That looks like Teal My Heart.
it does look like Teal My Heart with Patina. And then I am using
That's Starlight.
Starlight with Forget Me Not.
So what's somebody gonna do? They're not gonna buy 4 different skeins of mohair, Mom.
You know, but being a shop owner, I should have some luxury, right?
Right.
So,
So what would you do? Just a neutral
yes.
with it?
One of the things, we've got a customer that lives in Lexington, and she got drift, macaroon, and I don't know what her third color is, that she's doing the Whimsy North, and she's gonna fade it. And what she did is took one of your mohairs,
The Lavanya.
the Lavanya. I don't,
Blonde.
is that your oak color?
This one?
Yeah.
No, this is Earl Grey.
You had it looked kind of like Beach House.
Oh yeah, the greener one.
Yeah, and she's using it all the way through, and it looks really good. And if I would have,
I guess it would help blend all the colors
right,
together.
if I had done that, this wouldn't look as stripy.
I like it that way though.
Okay, good.
It's for me, right?
Yeah.
This is my Rhinebeck sweater.
This is gonna be your Rhinebeck sweater.
Oh, we gotta talk about that too. When are we gonna do the Rhinebeck sweater videos?
I don't know. We have to do it.
The first weekend in October, right?
It's October 10th is the deadline.
So we'll have to do it here at the shop the first weekend in October.
And I was flying with that until
Until you started working on the other
yeah.
Chelsea Lux project. Now this is gonna have long sleeves, Mom.
It is.
I think it's really pretty. It might be I actually might be appreciative of this one.
Well, it's your colors.
Well, I love the turtleneck.
If you don't like that one and those colors, I quit.
You quit?
Yeah.
Okay.
I love the fabric.
Yeah. And you didn't think you would, right? I mean, come on, tell the truth.
I did not think I would.
You didn't think you would like the slub.
I did not think I would like the slub.
But would you like the slub without the mohair?
I don't like the slub without the mohair as well.
Okay.
The one thing about the slub is it's a little slow knitting it if you want the slubs to come forward so that it looks like baubles. Tink and I went over that a little bit because she is doing the hot pink in the lavanda. And you just have to work with the slubs a little bit to get them to the front.
I'm thinking about if we're pronouncing the name of that sweater right, and it's making me crazy. Sorry if we're not pronouncing the sweater right. Okay, so we got more Western Sky coming in.
We do.
Did you say who the designer is of that one that you're working on, the test knit?
I did not.
Okay. And that's going to be an October release?
Yes.
Okay.
It would be, I think it would be her Rhinebeck release.
Okay. So I want to talk about for a minute something that's going on in October with Tiff Handknits. She and I are doing a collaboration, and we're thinking it's going to launch at the end of October, maybe in time for the Black Mountain. Let me get it out. The Black Mountain Indie Extravaganza event. That's going to be a virtual event, of course, as everything is, and there's, a bunch of hand dyers. Next time we podcast, I'll go through the list of everybody that's going to be on that, and I think everybody has certain times that they're going to have. I think we have like an hour. I don't know. So the idea is I'm going to feature one of Tiff's designs, and maybe more than one. And she's actually using Knot House yarns for it, and it's kind of a cool thing because it's a pattern that you can do a couple different ways, with a pocket, without a pocket. You could use bulky yarn, or you could use two DK yarns marled together, knit together to get that same weight. So I have got to dye yarn for that one. I'll tell you, I have an idea for mine. Tiff, I don't think I can say what her colors are. I did a new colorway for Tiff. She's using 2 colors.
I was going to say you can't say because you haven't named it.
No, I did name it.
Did you?
Yeah,
Okay.
I named it, but I haven't released it yet.
Okay.
I think it's Be Still My Heart is what we decided on.
Well, that's what she called it.
Yeah, that's what she called it. So, so Tiff is using Mont Blanc with the new color to marl it. And I am going to use Spruce It Up, because I love it, with my idea that I have to implement today, because I have to get started on that.
Okay.
So, she might need some test knitters. I think she said she needed a few test knitters for the marled version. The sweater is called Staycation Pullover. And if you follow Tiff on Instagram, or you guys aren't going to be able to see this because this isn't in color, but it's got a cute little turtleneck. And I think you can do short sleeves, long sleeves. You can do a pocket or not a pocket. This is the chunky version or the bulky version that she's also done in my yarn as well. And we've got a color palette for it. So there'll be a couple different things, and I'm not sure if we're gonna do pre-orders. I'll have some already dyed up, and then I guess we'll have to do pre-orders after that for it. So that is the Staycation Pullover. And again, I think she needs a tester or 2 for the larger sizes for the marled version, which is just, there's no color work. It's just the funnel neck and just straight stockinette. So if you're interested in doing that, you should reach out to Tiff Handknits, her email address. I don't think she wants DMs.
Well, you could DM her to say you wanted to do it, and then
she reaches it back
she
out
reaches
to you
back
by
out to you
email.
by email.
That's how she sends the pattern out. So, so yeah, so that's going to be fun. Again, that's going to be October 31st. We got to figure out how we're going to do that here in the shop, and I think we'll probably go live and all that stuff. So yeah, so that's going to be fun. She's also doing a hat.
You might want to show the marled, the sample that I did in the marled.
Oh, I can't get down here.
Just to give them an idea of.
So this is one of the marls Mom and I were talking about. Can you guys see this? This is Pirate's Wheel, which is the rusty orange color, and then Shipwreck, which is the blue, the teal, which has got a little bit of rust in it. So Mom, explain how when you first started doing it, you didn't like the way the marled looked, but the more you do it, the more you like it.
Well,
I guess I just explained it.
Yeah. In the beginning, it looks kind of patchy.
Splotchy.
Like it pools, kind of.
Yeah.
But the more you do, the further up I went, the more I liked it. I mean, after 6 rows, I would have said, eh. But after I finished the swatch, I liked it.
Yeah. So one of the ones I was doing at home, because I was trying to figure out what I want to do, I was using Mont Blanc with, of course, Starlight. And that one looked pretty good. And then I did something else. Oh, I know. I tried the Spruce It Up with the Starlight, and I didn't like that one as much. It should go fast too, because I think you're on a size 10 needle.
10 and a half or
Yeah.
11.
Yeah, so again, that's Tiff Nealon, Neilan. This is the Fig and Fireside. This is a hat that she has designed, and we don't have really a picture of the hat yet. I'm testing the hat. I'm supposed to be testing the hat, and I am going to use, well, I just lost stitches. Crazy thing. Anyway, I am using Mont Blanc and Starlight, and I'm using 2 colors. You could do 2 colors for this, or 1, but I'm using 2 colors because there's a slip stitch element in the slouch part of the hat. So I'm doing the brim in the dark, and then you're gonna have little pops of the navy blue pop out. Okay, that's going to be destroyed. Okay, so that's that. So that'll be exciting.
Yeah. Yeah, that's really exciting.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I mean,
It's kinda
there's a lot of things going to be going on
in October.
Thinking
what else? We talked about how we're going to get more Western Sky in.
Oh, I know what else. Miss Lamont shipped yesterday.
That's what I was gonna.
I got the number on it, so we should have it one day. DHL is usually pretty quick. Karen said that how you know this, I don't know, but the DHL plane leaves there on Saturdays, so they've already got it. One day next week. Julie Osselin has also...
Now, what base is that you're getting before you go on to Julie Osselin? What base are you getting of Miss Lamont?
We are getting her singles.
Okay, so it's not the linen base.
No, it's not the linen base. It's 100% superwash merino. Colors are gorgeous.
And it's fingering weight.
Fingering weight.
Okay.
Gorgeous.
How many colors did we get? 25 or 30 or so?
30, I think.
Okay.
I think I got 30. 30 is my magic number. And then we got Julie Osselin coming. On Friday.
DK.
Both.
Lindsay,
And Journey.
DK and Journey
and some
Fino.
Fino.
Okay.
I filled in the Fino. I got a good bit of, or I say I got a good bit. I added to the order a week later.
Mom, we're just a little shop. We don't order like
I know.
everybody else orders, you know?
I know.
We're just in time inventory around here.
I
That's
know.
what we say. We're just a little old shop in Frederick, Maryland.
I know.
We also say we're number 2 and we try harder too. It's another thing we say around here.
And people may not even know what that means.
Yeah, it's probably an inside joke. We're also going to get Olan.
She was supposed to have already shipped it.
Of course, it might just show up. You never know with Jess.
With Jess, you never know. You never know.
And I don't know if we're getting any of her new stuff yet, but we're supposed to get it eventually.
Yep.
She says she's having a hard time getting it perfect, even though it looks gorgeous.
It does look gorgeous.
So that'll be interesting. That'll be fun.
How she does what she does. She's got the 2 little boys. The one is, 3 months old maybe? And she says she just takes him to work with her.
I think he's older than 3 months now, but...
Maybe. Anyhow, she's a very ambitious young lady.
Yeah.
I admire her.
We got some Pom Pom magazine in.
We got
Can you show that one yet? Is it supposed to be shown?
Yes, because remember I told you
there's rules. You have to follow the rules about when you can do stuff.
So this is the Pom Pom, the new Pom Pom. And we have it in, and I thought maybe it's Monday that it goes up for sale.
Okay.
And then we've also got the Nomadic Knits.
Oh, that's got the pretty sweater on the back. And that's the one that Lori's doing.
Yep, that's the one Lori's doing.
What's the name of that sweater?
It's a pretty sweater.
It's a pretty book. There's a bunch of pretty things in here.
Mm-hmm. There it is.
It's in the beginning, yeah. Sakura? Sakura?
Sakura, probably.
It's pretty. Got the little flowers. Oh, I also wanted to mention the one that I posted.
Fatherhood?
Is it Fatherhood or Fatherland?
Maybe Fatherland.
I think it's Fatherland. It's on my phone, so I don't know exactly. It is really pretty. Can you guys see that one? There's a glare right there. Okay, pull it down so you can see it. It's gorgeous. She did it in a kind of a light teal blue with a pretty light rust.
Kind of almost looks like Pirate's Wheel.
Kind of, but it's a little bit lighter than Pirate's Wheel. Here's the one I love. I love See how the sleeves have got so much color in them like that. I just think it looks kind of regal looking. Now, I haven't read the story. She has a story about the design and where she's from and how she came up with the name. But I think it's really pretty. Handmade Closet is the designer, and the name of it is Fatherland. I don't know. I think it's one of the prettier patterns on Ravelry right now. Sometimes they all start to look the same, you know. And the other one that's really pretty is the shawl, Mom. The flowers are
Pressed flowers.
pressed flowers.
We have kits up for that.
It's really pretty too. I've seen some things that people are working on, and it's really pretty.
Mm-hmm. The other thing I just wanted to
Oh yeah, the
mention
new Malabrigo.
the new Malabrigo that we do have, and it is up on the website. And Malabrigo has come up with a 10 color palette in their Rasta that is a little different for them.
Different than the way they normally. So it's new.
Yeah, it is.
And this is the same though. It is Rasta. It's just dyed differently.
Right, it's just they've got 11 new colors.
So this is one.
That's cherry vanilla.
Cherry
That's
vanilla.
Costa.
Costa.
This is, I can't pronounce that.
Pensantamillo. It's pretty wild.
That's snake.
Okay.
And that's blueberry cream.
So these would be great for quick gifts. If anybody's starting to work on Christmas gifts, you know, I don't know, there's probably only how many days left till Christmas? Probably like 70 something.
And not very long.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
But
There's a lot of one skein cowls, hats
yeah,
that you can
feels
use.
really good.
That you can use the Rasta
It is a single
for.
ply, but if you guys are familiar with Rasta, you know that already. So is that everything, Mom?
You know, I think that's everything.
Okay.
Again, we're going to be open if you've watched this far. We have the appointments where you can make an appointment on Thursday, Friday, Saturday, or Sunday from 12 to 5.
Right.
And where can you find us?
At www.knothousyarns.com. You can find us on Instagram as the Knot House, and on Ravelry as the Knot House, and Facebook as the Knot House. We do have Facebook as well for those people that don't do Instagram, and I usually, whenever I post anything, it goes to Facebook.
Right. We do have our new website up. There still is some glitches in it. If you have any problems, just call me. For the most part, we've got the glitches worked out, but there are some glitches.
And sometimes we think it's done, it's right, and it's not right. So,
but they're still working on it.
mm-hmm.
Hopefully by Monday it'll be. But if you have any problems, just call me. I'll be glad to walk you through it, or I'll be glad to take your order over the phone.
And again, I'm going to try to go ahead and put everything down below and do links. I know I have not been doing that because I've had issues trying to do it, but I'm going to try to do that. And then if there's anything that we talked about, that we mentioned that you can't find on the website, just call Mom, and we will take care of you.
Best we can.
Yeah. We appreciate everything you guys have done to get us, this far through 2020. It has been interesting, to say the least, and I think it's going to continue to be interesting, and we'll see how it goes.
I will say that when we first had to close, I had no idea that we would have as good a reception as we've had.
The support, yeah. So thank you guys. I mean, it really means a lot. And for everybody that's subscribed, I mean, thank you. Thanks for watching.
We wouldn't be who we are without you.
So, all right, guys. Have a great week, and we will talk to you soon. We'll again, for the Chelsea Live or the Chelsea Lux event, we will you'll hear more about that on Instagram, and you can also find out more about that on the newsletter. So if you go to the website knothousyarns.com and sign up for the newsletter, then and I don't know how they would buy anything online too if they weren't able to come in person. I don't know. We'll have to figure that out.
Unless we do a live while she's here.
Yeah, we might do something like
And
that.
she's done several lives, so she
Right.
would know how to do that.
Right. So anyway, guys,
Thank you much.
that's it.